Let's give a very warm welcome.
Thank you, Richard. This has been actually an amazing feat, putting this World Speech Day together, especially for this year. We are all used to adversity. We are all used to obstacles coming up in our lives. Do I really need the mic?
Yes.
Yes. But one thing is for sure, life goes on. No matter what happens, life goes on. That's in us. We can't help it. It's in the human spirit. No matter what obstacle you throw at us, we will find a way over it, or under it, or through it. And that's the same thing that will happen with this virus. Yes, there's a lot of panic going on because of misinformation and disinformation, not so much of the facts. But the fact that we are all here, listening to celebrating World Speech Day, tells you that there is something to be learned from it, where we don't give up, we keep moving on. We are all, in one way or the other, public speakers. Those with Toastmasters, those with Rotary. There's one very interesting study I read recently about Russia, how they decided to look at what happens when languages are learned by people that are not their native language. The results were very interesting. They said that a new language alters our DNA so that we can adapt better. And they also said that the power of public speaking, many don't realize it, but it has an impact on relationships between each other. It works like this. If we were to put 100 pianos in this room, and if you struck just one string, every other piano in the room would resonate with the note that was struck. He said it's the same with public speaking. When you speak one word, it will resonate with the people listening. So here we are, talking about public speaking, talking about transformation. My question to all of you is, how has public speaking transformed your lives? You may think, not really, but if you think back to the day you first started in public speaking, the first time you stood in front of a crowd to speak, the effect it had on you, and what people thought about you, you will find that there's a marked difference a few years down the road. The way you see yourself, the way people see you. So my message today is this. Speaking has a lot of power. We can use it for good, we can use it for bad. We can use it to build people up, we can use it to tear people down. We can inspire others, or we can make them feel really bad. It's a choice that we have. The same goes for the people who listen to speeches. We can listen and take in what's given to us, or we can just shut the speaker out. But here when we come, we open up. We allow someone to speak to us, their ideas to get into our minds, and if it's good, we absorb it, we change. Otherwise, it's out through the other year. Here we are in this place, and we are talking about transformation. How has this transformation thing affected my life? I would say in many ways. Now I'm much more aware of what I do as a speaker than I was before. But with the added impact of this situation that we have, the coronavirus, it makes you more aware of who you are in relation to your neighbor. Before you'd say, I don't care, or you wouldn't even think about it. But now, when you approach a person, suddenly the phrase social distancing becomes effective. You want to think about it. You think about your hands. Will I be passing anything on if I shake hands with the person? I don't think I've washed my hands so many times than I have in these past few days. And when I sneeze, I'm very aware of where I'm sneezing. It makes a big difference. Yesterday evening I went out running, and usually when I run, I turn off. Whatever thoughts come into my mind, I run. I'm not aware of the distance around me. But yesterday when I went out running, this stray dog that always greets me when I ran followed me. And I reached out to touch it, and I thought, oh, no, better not. Because you do not know what it has in it. But this is what happens. Now we are suddenly more aware of what we do, what we touch, where we go. And it's good. It's good to be aware. Otherwise, we just shut off. And while I was running, I was thinking, it's good to run because the virus can't stand heat. When we run, we send our body temperatures soaring. So it's better, run faster, get hot faster, burn up everything, but don't burn yourselves up. It was fun running and thinking about this, and by the time I finished, I didn't realize it, I'd already run 6 km. And I wasn't tired, I still wanted to run some more. My friends, no matter what nature can throw at us, no matter what anyone can throw at us to try to harm us in any way, we as human beings will always surmount the difficulty and come up on top of it. Because that's who we are. Whether we like it or not, each one of us here is a winner. We are people who win. The fact that we have lived so many years tells you that. If we were losers, we would not be here. So let's gird ourselves up, summon the spirit within us, and move forward. Never mind what circumstances are, what disease comes, what political situation is. We will survive, we will do well. Our duty is to the human race and to nothing else.
Thank you very much, Cyril, our co-organizing chair for World Speech Day 2020.